Well, we all need a lot of inspiration. You get me inspired. How are you?
Oh, I inspire you?
Yeah, in many ways you don't know.
Yeah. Mama V, I inspire you, Roland Walker.
How did the event go yesterday?
Oh, it was fantastic. A very beautiful atmosphere. The office of the First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Kofuado.
I couldn't be there. I had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I can understand, but there were lots of people, and I was happy to see a lot of organizations representing.
Wow.
And some holding on to their donations, waiting to see and beats people to it.
Wow.
You know, like people wanted to make big donations, and it was really good. We started off the main events, sometime before 6 p.m. And then was if you were there, I'm sure we'd have enjoyed the food that Golden Tulip provided.
yeah, right.
So it was a nice atmosphere.
I'm sure at that time of the day too, I would have eaten it well.
Very beautiful faces, but with an open heart. And then we had representatives, including the CEO of the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, and they were super excited. They didn't think help could come this soon. They thought it was, normal talk. We've told our story.
Like the media thing that we usually
exactly. So they were
It looks like this
surprised.
year the media means business.
Yeah, exactly.
We're on to Galamsey, we're on to this one as well as a group, Joy, the multimedia group family. And I think it's one of the best things that we should all contribute. Well, individually, we're also contributing in our own small way.
Yeah.
And but we have to get us.
We will tell you, we will be putting the numbers, the bank accounts, the mobile money accounts. So big organizations make big donations, right? But we all as individuals can also do our little contributions. And so we'll tell you how you can do that on the show. But when I went on leave, I got inspired by a lot of people, really, so many people. And I thought, let me inspire my friend here, Roland.
I'm looking through the internet this morning to find and put on my status on WhatsApp was optimism.
Yeah.
Because we all go through challenges and you have to be optimistic.
Yeah.
And tend to think that, well, you are the only one who has had problems. No. Somebody may go through life and never have problems.
Yeah.
But people go through life and win.
Yeah. I will tell you, so he said he's an artist. I am saving it. Let's do the newspapers.
All right.
When we're done, we'll hear
you're going to
an incredible
premiere
voice.
it here
on
the show.
No,
all right, so we start with the Daily Graphic. Please start with Daily Graphic.
Let's do the Daily Graphic newspaper, front page of the Graphic this Friday. President hints of use of Ropal in local elections. So the President Kofuado in a chat with some chiefs in Togo. Behind him is President Faure Gnassingbé on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. We know the president is on a tour of some of our colleagues around us in terms of the African countries. Also, subscribers angry with telcos for poor services. And the NCA boss, Mr. Joe Anokye, comes with that headline on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Powerful lightning disrupts power supply. That story on page 16 explaining the reason the greater part of the country went dark. Was it 2 days ago? Yeah. 2 days ago. It's not been fully restored in some areas as well. It's gradual, but hopefully everybody gets connected back. But the explanation is that the Ghana Grid Company has begun investigations into the possible cause of a swing that occurred in its transmission system, leading to a nationwide blackout last Wednesday night. A reported powerful lightning which occurred on the Akosombo-Lomé transmission corridor is said to have affected the transmission systems of the company and caused the power outage about 9:40 p.m. According to the Chief Executive Officer of Gridco, Mr. William Amuna, the investigations have become necessary to ensure that contingency measures were put in place to avoid a recurrence of the nationwide blackout. You can read a lot more about that. That's in page 16 in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Oh, this story we talked about a bit yesterday, Nino Inote. This time around, Roland, the story here in page 17 says, I'm taking steps to normalize ties with the NPP. Yeah? All right, he means business. Back page of the Daily Graphic. U.S. aid assists farmers in northern Ghana to improve food security. And that will be it for the headlines that caught my eyes in the Daily Graphic newspaper.
So we have the Daily Guide, and it says, why Nana beat me, Mahama speaks. And it says 5 or so months after losing the December 2016 elections, the former president, John Dramani Mahama, is still groping for the factors accounting for his devastating loss to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo of the NPP. While in Durban, South Africa, attending the World Economic Forum last week, he attributed the shocking defeat to a fresh set of factors, one of them being his sincerity about the state of the economy as against the rosy presentation by his opponent. According to the former president, it was this rosy picture of heaven on earth which Nana Akufo-Addo presented that swayed the vote in his favor. Many would wonder whether the foregone factor represents an euphemism for deceit in his estimation on the part of his opponent, which accounted for the record electoral defeat in local terms.
What happened to, let's wait for Professor Kwesi Botchwey's committee's findings and what they say.
Former president.
Just asking.
Yeah, you see. Then we have other stories on the front page. It says AMA scattered circle traders. You see the problem that we have? We don't want the traders to be there because they are squattering around and hawking around illegal places. But then we also give them prominence, blah, 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 when there are areas that they are not supposed to be are scattered. Then it's a problem, I think, that we all need to resolve. Like, for example, you go to Tetekwashi, and now that place is a trading site before you get to the mall.
We've talked about
when we built Tetekwashi,
we've done stories.
The
I know people have talked about
we were shown didn't have a makeshift hawking site. Now it's a whole market. It's inside the circle. It's outside the circle. I don't get it.
I saw, you know, there's actually like a greenery. And I saw people selling. I thought, hey, why?
It's a whole market. Do you know, you just have to go around 5 p.m. Because I passed through there to my...
Roland, I saw it for the first time. I was shocked.
It's a whole market. And today...
I was surprised.
I said, look, you can do ambush marketing. So you want to take perhaps the traders before or the customers before they go inside the mall, etc. Fine. But... I mean, is that the right way? Is that the picture we want to present to somebody who comes from the airport and is driving to the mall, let's say 5 minutes drive away from the airport?
Roland, maybe that's how we want the place. That's how authorities want the place.
Because so can't we have a decent? Can't we have a decent city for once?
They've seen it just like you've seen it, and a lot of us have seen it as well.
I'm telling you, yeah, I see the four-wheel drives. Yeah, the four-wheel, they pass through all the time.
Isn't there like a police presence there as well? There's the visible police thing. You see their vehicles there with the men in there. Yeah.
And I'm sure the city authorities will be tolling them and collecting money.
That's the norm. They want the place like that, apparently.
Okay. French is going to be compulsory in senior high school, we're told. I think that's a good thing.
Compulsory like how?
President Akufo-Addo disclosed that his government plans to make the study of French. Okay, that's a problem we have, planning. To make the study of French language compulsory in all senior high schools. I agree, because I went to school and I don't speak French. I said, how? I go to Lomé and I can't speak French. Why?
The people who have studied French who can't speak French, Massa. Huh? I think what works.
There are people who
have studied French who can't speak French.
No, not the degree ones who did it for A and B.
No. But somebody said that the trick is, you know, if you're doing like a proper French studies, you want to speak, you have to once in a while travel to maybe Togo or any of the French-speaking areas, because you've got to practice it to be used to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, but I think if we all, you know, spoke a bit of French, that would be good. Like even if it was broken French that somebody could understand, just like we do like the broken English, that would be good. Yeah, but I don't know about making it compulsory, because you know.
I think making it compulsory is good. Because
it has to be from where? From where?
If you go to some states in the U.S. that are closer to, I think, Latin America or those countries, or those countries beyond the borders of the U.S., Mexico and all that. I think they speak some French. There's some Spanish in some of those states.
Well, all right, let's do the find out. We'll see how that goes. I mean, we're in the planning stages, right? So. This is not an initiative on the table.
Yeah, it's true. You know, we've seen it at Fourth Republic when they say plans are far advanced.
Front page of the Finder: boy 13 loses leg after torture by grandpa. We reviewed the story yesterday. I think it was in one of the papers. Also, Ghana-Togo border to open 24 hours. President Akufo-Addo leads the advocacy. Business Minister launches 2017 Ghana Football Business Expo. And World Bank's IFC OPEC fund drags Ghanaian firm to London court. That story is on page 4 in the Finder newspaper. That's it, Roland. We have another one.
So we have the Ghanaian Times. On the front page, AMA demolishes as well as burns structures to raid Kwame Nkrumah interchange of hawkers. Media solicits public support for fight against Galamsey. Ghana-Togo pledge to deepen ties. And on the back page, you have construction of $21 million advanced research center commences. First Ghana-Japan Infrastructure Conference held in Accra. Those are the stories we have. Okay.
Let's do the Daily Dispatch quickly. Front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Non-payments of monthly salaries, 13,800 teachers and 200 doctors affected. Unibank CEO honored. Okay, so these are the two headlines on the front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. The Daily Statesman: Kingpins kick against Marine Drive projects. Time for West African integration is now. President Akufo-Addo. There are some prominent personalities featured on the front page of the Daily Statesman newspaper. And study of French to become compulsory in SHS comes with a picture of the education minister. So maybe this would sound a bit different from what Roland reviewed in one of the papers a bit earlier. It says, okay, still attributed to the president, that his government plans to make the study of French language compulsory in all senior high schools. So that's it for the Daily Statesman newspaper. We've got the weekend today, Roland. Okay.
We've got a weekend today.
Yeah.
You want to review that? Then I look at the Business and Financial Times.
AMA, sure. The weekend today, AMA pulls down alleged structures at Circle Interchange. Alleged. Did I say alleged? No. AMA pulls down illegal structures at Circle Interchange. We're familiar with AMA doing such things, right? Can we tell ourselves that those structures will come up in the next month, maybe less than a month or so? We'll see if they'll be able to hold the place clear. Also, water shortage at Abutia Clinic as nurses resort to use of sachet water in a hospital. You can read about it in the weekend today newspaper. All right, that's it. Roland has.
Then we have the Business and Financial Times. High NPLs threaten Bank of Ghana's minimum capital drive. NPL just mean non-performing loans, and we have Institute of Financial Studies saying that lecturers need training, and Goskialabi, apparently Professor Goskialabi, Dean of the Center for International Education and Collaboration at UPSA here in Accra, has proposed that for the country's higher education to become relevant, universities must make internships compulsory for lecturers as well as a requirement for promotion.
Internship for lecturers?
Yes. For example, if you're a lecturer, you teach corporate governance or something. Some of them, they've not gone through, you know.
I think after
they've not
a
worked
while,
in.
I think after a while we should have. So, for instance, if you say you are, what example did you give? Corporate governance.
Yes.
If you're a corporate governance
expert, a lecturer.
Yeah, you must be practicing it as well. We need people who practice in terms of work on the ground to be in the classroom.
Yes, you can have that, but you can. I don't think that if people are practicing, they can have a full dedication. So you can have a mix of full academia, those who are full.
I just feel that lecturers should have, some ground practice as well, because.
Because we
change.
have experiences where people don't have any experience at all.
You'll be teaching the book thing. Meanwhile, what is being practiced is not necessarily what is in the book. Things change, you know?
Right.
So we should have the practical thing being taught in the classroom as well.
And now other stories we have. Cocoa Board considering premium cocoa discount to local grinders. And back page, girl hands over 1,000 birds to Health Ministry. And then Mine Workers Union pleased with resolve to rid nation of Galamsey. Okay.
Done? Okay. Roland, yesterday we talked about the treasury bills and how, the rates falling and all that. And we did say, and we will still do it sometime, but I got a message. It was a bit late. I couldn't share it on the show. From a friend of mine who's also, very serious banker. And I want to just read his explanation. It says T-bill rates are falling because government is not borrowing. T-bill is government debts. If government borrows more, the rates increase and vice versa. Hopefully we can have like a fuller conversation. But Benjamin Paniadi, thank you very much for the banking lessons.
He was watching
on this treasury bill. Yeah, he was. As well. Okay, so we're going to go online in a bit. Okay, like right now, to do a quick review of the online. We've got sports coming your way right afterwards. And the conversation that Roland started, Charlie, I didn't have my take on it, but we're talking about it in another term today. You talked about people who can be stable with like one partner, huh? You have that issue? Okay, I mean, it's not like you can't be stable, but you like someone and then you see somebody and then you think you like that person too. Anna,
yeah,
you have that issue?
Do I have that issue? No, I don't. I thought you were asking whether it happens. Yes, it does.
Oh yeah, it does happen. Sometimes you see someone and the person is really cool, and so there are people who can be stable because they see people and they feel like, oh, I love this person,
and then the next time they love the next.
Exactly. Is that normal? I think so. It's cool to flirt, right? But how far should you take it?
So we'll be discussing that with him.
Yeah, we're talking about women. Today we're zeroing in on women. We're talking about single women, and then we're talking about people who are supposed to be in stable relationships and in marriages who also have this issue. So if this is one of your headaches, you've got to stay right there because we're discussing it.
Will you be opening the phone lines on that?
Yeah, we will because we want people to get interactive on this conversation. Okay, so myjoyonline.com. U.S. photographer captured moments of her death in Afghanistan. Wow. If you have some time, please, you can click on the story and read. We've got to run through it quickly, though. So let's move on to the next headline. Rebecca Akufo-Addo Multimedia saving a generation of mothers' newborn babies. We raised close to $1 million yesterday, Roland. Did you hear that?
Close to $1 million. I'm
close to
7.7. 7.7. I'm seeing on the page.
Okay, we'll click on that.
No, this is the first one. Please, let's go to the first one.
No, not the first one. I think this is it.
No, next one. Or first. Is it the first?
Let's run through. We'll see exactly where it is.
7.7.
That's okay, 7.7 million. Okay, I think I was talking about
Ghana cedis.
I was talking about cash, which was a little over. People actually brought cash.
Okay.
Yeah, but the good thing is we had a bank right there, Access Bank, making sure that the money goes to where it's supposed to go. And we've got auditors as well. So, we'll be fully accountable to every person who's actually given money as well. Okay, there's an opinion contemplating a Gbagbo presidency, a pro-con analysis. Hospitals beyond CAF need urgent help, First Lady cries. I was horrified by Joy News' CAP documentary, that's according to the First Lady. Pension for All scheme powered on Vodafone Cash launched. CAF's fundraising events, the seed to save Ghana's future presidents. President Akufo-Addo to engage EC to allow Ghanaians abroad to vote. Amongst many stories on myjoyonline.com, also Lands Minister orders Shangzi mining to stop work following tragedy. But our biggest story is really this fundraising that we're on. It's a project and we're not stepping back. We're pushing all the way. We thank the Office of the First Lady for doing this with the multimedia group. We'll tell you how much we've raised. There's a figure, there's 7.7 million Ghana cedis. It comes in cash, pledges, and we're going to be on everybody who's pledged to give us some money. And all of us are. Roland, I contributed 100 cedis. How much are you contributing?
102.
Okay, cool.
I have already.
Oh, you have? Serious?
Serious.
Okay. All right. Roland City.
Yeah, so we have City FM Online. I would like to be president if Allah wills it.
Oh.
Ayariga's bribery allegations, very painful. Muntaka opens up. NDC Metro Bank's debt reports a diversionary tactic.
You know the story, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have study of French mustn't be compulsory, according to Anis Hafa.
I guess this is coming because the president said it was going to be compulsory in senior high school. And this is an educationist, a very good one, of course. And I'm sure it'll be good to read why he's come up with his view on that call by the president. All right, that's it for City FM Online. We're done, really.